We are now going to take a look at some of the editing tools in Pro Tools, as they are very important and we will be using them from now on. So all the editing tools can be selected up in this area in here. And the one I have selected at the moment is called the Trim tool. And depending on which end of an audio clip that I go to, this will change direction. And as I click and drag, I can trim in or out the audio. And because digital audio is non-destructive, I am not deleting the audio that's there. I'm just simply hiding it from the clip, and this is all that will play back. But if I change my mind, I can simply just drag it back out and play back the whole file clip. The next tool beside that is the Selector Tool. Now the Selector Tool is used by clicking and dragging on a clip and allows me to select a part of a clip. Then whatever command I select, it will apply it to that selection. So for example, I have selected this little piece here. Now if I go to my edit menu and hit copy, I am just copying what I have selected. I can then make a selection down here by just clicking once and then paste again. I can also select across multiple clips or multiple tracks of clips to make a big edit selection using my Selector Tool. It's also worth noting that no matter what edit tool I have selected, whenever I go to my timeline rulers, it always changes back into the Selector Tool, because all I can do in my timeline rulers is make a time-based selection. But then when I come back down to the playlist, it'll change back to whatever edit tool that I have selected. The next edit tool then beside that is what we call the Grabber tool. And by using the Grabber tool, it allows me to select a whole clip at a time. And then I can pick it up or move it left or right, and I can move it from track to track if the track is suitable and compatible. Again, by holding Shift, I can actually select multiple of these at the same time and move all of them as one once they are selected. The tool next to that is the tool called the Scrubber. And this is a very useful tool. As I click and drag it, it allows me to hear back the audio depending on how fast I'm actually scrolling with it. It'll get faster or slower. And I can go backwards. And this can be very useful for editing, for very precise editing. If I zoom in using my T key on the keyboard again, now by clicking and dragging, I can find the point where an exact audio transient happens using the Scrubber tool. The next tool over is the Pencil tool, and that isn't actually all that relevant to audio waveforms or audio clips, and you can see it's actually grayed out here at the minute. But at a later stage, when we go to draw in some automation, such as volume automation, the Pencil tool comes in very handy, as you can see here. But that's coming up much later.